Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with G and today's video. Today we're going to be making a napkin wreath, and this is something I want up for kind of spring and summer. I found these napkins in IKEA last year and I love the coloration, the blue, the white and the navy blue, the white and the gold. So I have done a napkin ring in the past. I will link it so it pops out now. But I'm not going to use that technique. I am going to try something else. Okay, let's open one of these and see how big they are. I think they're about 15 inches by 15 inches. Yeah, they are. I think it's about 15. Let me get my ruler and check. Yeah, it's about 15 inches. So what I was thinking is, I've got some chenille stems, and I've got a wire wreath form which is stocked in my store, and what I'm thinking is if I gather it, I'm trying to do it so it's in camera, if I gather it from one point to another, that'll give me very large bunny ears, so they're a bit too big. So what I was thinking is maybe do some smaller ones. If I cut this in half, and then fold them back on themselves, and then with the raw edge, the open edge, gather that to the other side, and that gives me smaller ones. So if I do the same thing with this one, and using, just going to put that one to one side, using the open edge and go across. And then join those two together with a chenille stem. And these chenille stems are only about 5 inches. And then I can fiddle with it later on, and then I can attach them to the wreath form. So I'm going to do a whole heap of these, and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. So I'm taking the napkin. Oh, that's annoying. I can't. Okay, I'll do it this way. Yeah, I will cut it in half. Now, my cutting isn't perfect, it really doesn't matter. Now this is probably only a temporary wreath, so I'm just going to cut a whole heap of these. Just want to see if there's a way that I can do it easier rather than opening it all up. Can I cut through here? Yep, that works. Okay, that's easier. So what I'm doing, crafters, is with the napkin I'm cutting straight down the crease line. Okay crafters, now I've got loads of them to one side. I haven't done enough to cover the whole thing, I don't think. But what I'm doing is with the chenille stem that's on the back, I am going to tie it on. Now if you don't feel confident using these smaller size or smaller length chenille stems, then go ahead and use a full 6-inch or 12-inch one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one on the top, the inner ring, and then come down to the bottom and put one on the outer ring, and I'm literally just going to tie them on using my chenille stems, because I don't know how many it's going to take, and I do want this to be quite full. So I'm going to see how many I need for each section, because there's like sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 sections on this particular wreath form. I mean, I've seen so many different napkin wreaths out there, but they're all using the kind of same techniques. I just wanted to do something slightly different. You know, where you have to, you know, you push it through the polystyrene, or you push it through the grapevine. I've done one of the the pushing through technique myself, and I did another technique last summer using some other IKEA napkins. So that's 4 so far in that section, so I'm probably going to get about 6 maybe in each of these sections. So that'd be 6, 12, 8, I'll probably need about 20, 24. But I just want to come on and do the one section with you, and then I shall cut away and do the rest, and then we can go about maybe adding some other bits and pieces. I just want it really nice and full, but these ones on the outer ring seem to be flipping away, so I'm going to take these off, and I'm leaving this in, crafters, because I think it's important for you to see these difficulties, so we say. I mean, it may differ. If I had used the longer chenille stems, then I could have just put them straight across the 2 bars, which I might end up doing, because these ones on the inner one, they fit lovely. So maybe if I just put more and more on this inner bar, maybe you're not going to notice that they're not on the outer. So if I just fill this inner bar up, because it does have these cross sections here, so I can put some there as well, like here for example, I can put one here. Yep, I'm liking the way that's looking. And then I shall put another one here on this upright. I'm really packing these in, crafters, because I want this to be full and luxurious. Okay, so doing it this way, I'm not having to worry about the ring underneath, the outer ring. And it doesn't, as you can see from the side, it doesn't look like there's it needs anything on the outer ring. So I'm going to continue on, and then I'll bring it back and we can finish decorating it. Okay, crafters, here we go. So it filled out really quickly. You can obviously move these napkins away from the centre if you want the centre to be seen, but I'm not too bothered. I ended up using 15 napkins out of that pack, and that pack has 30 in it, so that was about half my total. I've got enough to do another wreath. And then what I'm going to do is, using these dahlias, these are faux dahlias from Poundland, no green fingers dahlia flower, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to put those, hot glue some of these in the centre of some of these puffs, if you like, these little bows. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use the large or the small flower, but probably a combination of the two. So I've got my hot glue gun warming up, and I'm taking the leaves off as well, so I want to utilise the leaves. Looking at where I want to put things, one thing I am going to do is I am going to put a leaf in first. I'm going to put a leaf in, then the flower, just to give it some, so it's, you know, you can see it a bit more. I don't think my hot glue gun is quite ready, but we'll soon find out. So pop in the green leaf in, and then pop in some hot glue on the stem, and then submerging that into the napkin, and then that can grab hold wherever it needs to grab hold of, and that'll be secure in there. So I've got a big one here, then I shall put, so I'm literally just going to go around the wreath and see where I want to add some foliage and hot glue it in. And then I can easily take these flowers out and use them another season. because they're only hot glued in. The napkins I can just tear off. Well, not even tear off, I can just take them off because they've got these chenille stems. So it's a really easy wreath to dissect and use the the components in other ways. Okay, crafters, I'm just going to lift it up. I love the simplicity of this wreath. I really love the simplicity of it. So there we go, crafters. I will have some pictures at the end of it hanging up on my wall. But here we go, another quick and simple napkin wreath using some Poundland flowers. Thank you very much for joining me, crafters, and you'll see me again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.